Hey and welcome to this new video of learning JavaScript. So in this video we will learn about object. So in the previous video we learned about number, string and boolean. Now we will learn about string. And if you for example familiar with some other programming language, for example in Python they call them dictionary, in Ruby they call them hashes, and in C++ they call them like a hash map. So basically what an object is just like a collection of something. For example, let's create here a new variable with var. Let's name it for example my object and equal, and to insert or to type an object we put it between the bracket, and here we just for example give like a key and a value. So for example the key is 1 and we add 2 dots, and here we type our value, for example yes web. So basically this is like this is an object. So to see that in our console, so console log, and here my object. So let's run this and see here object, and in the body of the object we have just one. We can have two, for example here it's at gamma, and let's create other thing. So we give it first the key and then the value, and they can be for example boolean, string, number, whatever their type. For example here let's type test for example, and let's give it 5 or 6, so a number. So let's clear, run again, and see here it show me that it's correct. If we want also to add another one, for example in here, I will see if this is correct. Test for example equal to true. Duplicate because I put 2 tests in here, so I will add ds. So clear, run now, and here this is my object. So now we're just learning or figuring out what an object is. In previous video we will learn how to use it, and we will use it. And it exists another way. For example, to declare an object is here var the name of the object, and after that we type new object. And now so now this object is empty. It's like we type this. It's like if we type this. So now we create the variable my object, and if we want to add something to this variable we just type the name of the variable, and in our case it's my object, and like an array here we put the key, for example 1 equal to, for example here a body or a k. So now let's see this object, clear this one, an error, maybe I typed something wrong, so let me just see. Yeah, here it's a capital. So let's clear and run again, and here we say that this is the body. And same thing if we want for example to declare the other thing that they were in the object, just type the name, and here the key, for example it can be type test, and here equal to true. So clear, run, and here it is. So basically we put here the key and here the value. And I believe that the previous way to declare an object, it's more readable, and it's more good than before. So here for example, and now if we want to add something else to this object, we can use the old one or the one that I just show you. So the name of the object, my object, and here we type a key, for example let's type 2, and here equal to, for example, GS. So let's clear this, let's run, and we see here that this one that we just added it automatically. Now how about, for example, if I want to show a specific thing in my object. I don't want to see all the information in the object. I want to see, for example, just this to or test with s. So how can I do that? So we have two ways to do that. So first way, my object dot, and after the dot the name of the key, and I would say it the key and not the value, and key are those one. So for example 1. And here also I need a semicolon, so I will see what the error in here. So run error. I will see with test it will work. So run, and it's 6. So let's use the one with the other way, or the other method that I told you. And here let's type 1, for example. So clear, run again, and we see that this one for the test and this one for the one. We can also have like a object inside another object. So like this, for example, here let's type name, and here let's add another object. So here basically let's give it also let's say first name equal to yes, for example, and last name equal to web. So now if I want to see the name, I will go here, or let's see first all my object. So clear, run, and this is like my object. We have here the 1 and 2 value, and after that the name, it's another object, and then tests. So now if I want to go and output just, for example, this first name and last name, it's the same case that we did with test. So dot name dot, for example, first or last name, the one that we want to see. So here first name. So let's clear and run again and define it. Why something is, yeah, I forget something in it didn't type first name correctly. So now it's working. And here what you need to pay attention to is that we can't repeat same key in an object. For example, here we have this key test or one, or here test, so we can add, for example, another one with same key, for example 1 equal to something else. So, and you see here a line, it's a here. So we'll just type this, missing semicolon and semicolon. So the important that we can add like two object with, or an object with same line, with same key. But here, since this one is another object, so we can add here we'll type 8, for example. So here I can't type the same key. Why? Because this is another object. This is an object inside this object. So if I see like this name, run, we see that we have test. But let me just copy this from here and paste it in here. For example, unexpected. Here I need a semicolon. Here also I need this one. And see here, label test. Label test unexpected assignment, because we already have this one. This test we already have it as a key. So that's why we can't do it like an object with two keys at the same time. And we can also declare like function in our object. So we will see in the previous video what function is and the type of function in JavaScript and how we can write it. But just like here to make you know that even in inside an object we can also type a function. For example, it's add key, say hi, for example, and it will be a function. So function without like any name in here, and here let's type, or let's put our code. So console.log, and we want this function, it just say hi. I think just this one. Yeah. So now if we want like to see or to put this function, we don't type console.log because we already have console.log here. So we type just the name of our object. So here object dot say hi, and don't forget the brackets because it's a function. So clear now, this one, and here it is, hi. Inside this function, so for example we wanted to like to say to us this test. So how we can do that? So here let's just type test, and here concatenation mark, and use this dot test, for example. So basically what this mean here, so this it's my object, and test is this test in here. So here what I will see is this test true dot, and here number 6. So let's clear and run it again. So run, and here it is, test, it's number 6. Let me see if I can do it with 1 like this. Show me an error here. But let's run, it will show an error. So here I think I can do it here like this with the bracket, or like this. So that's okay, and every time or in the major of time we use this dot. So now how about, for example, if I want to create another object, but he has like the same key as this one but different value. So so I will delete this object too in here. So one of the way that you can say to me is that, for example, here var like my object 2, for example, equal, and first copy this and paste it in here, and then start like changing in the value. I can do that, but what, for example, if I want to create hundreds of objects, so I will not go copy and paste and start changing in every one of them. So how can I do that? It's we will use a function. So don't worry, we will have like another special video just for function, but now I will just show you how we can do that, or create a template of those objects, so that if we want to create another object with the same key, it will be more easy. So function, and let's give it a name, for example, and then with function we start by capital. So my object constructor, and here in the parameter we give it like a juice object or juice key. So one, for example, here I will delete this one. So now we have and also in here, or I will leave it. So test, we have tests also, and then function, and in the function we have here name, not name but the key we say, so first name. So we'll just copy, after that the last name, and after the last name we have the test. After that open and close the bracket, and here, so now we'll use this dot test equal to test, and same for the other. So this dot tests with s equal tests. This test is like this one in the parameter, but this dot test, those are like the key, my key of the object. And here this dot name dot first name equal to this first name. So we'll just pass it in here to make sure that I type it right, and same thing for the other, name dot last name equal to last name. Also name dot test equal to test. And for the function here is say hi, so this dot say hi equal, and here function, and inside function, so basically we'll just copy and paste that because it's same thing. So say hi or say test. So now if I want to create another object, so var my other object, for example, equal to, and I will type new, and this one my object constructor, and inside the bracket here I will like enter the value. So for test, for example, let's give it 10. For test with s, it be false. After that the first name, so we must respect the order in here. So first name, let's change them this time, so start with web, and for the last time, it's the last name, it's yes, it's test, it's true, and that's it. So now let's make here semicolon, and now let's try to see this other object. So here I will make this a comment so that we will see just new object. So let's clear this and run. Error object constructor, maybe I put something wrong. This is already defined. So I just here to change this, for example, this name, and here this name. Clear now, run again. Still an error. Maybe just from here, so sometimes it do that, it's the cache. Run, error, So I will refresh all the page, and if I still have the same error, that means that it's me who typed something error and not cache. Clear, run, still error. This type test. So this is the way that we can here create like a template of an object, and we can add it like easily. So if you still like have this error, or if you are using like a code editor and you still have an error, or it shows you here some error like me, so just make me know in the comment. So now we learn about object, and we said that thing that we need to remember that the key must be unique. So I think this is all for this video, and in the next video we will learn about arrays or tables. So see you next.